Hey YouTube, welcome to Plan Build Play. In this video I have another tool set up and review for you. I'll be going over this Ryobi Benchtop drill press. I've been using this quite a bit the last couple of weeks on a project, and I just thought I would go over some of the features and the pros and cons of this tool. Okay, so first up is the assembly. It does come in a few pieces where you have to assemble it yourself. You get the main drill body. It comes with the shaft as well as the handles, then the base plate or the table, and the base plate. There's really just a few bolts here as well as to attach the shaft, and then the table slides onto the shaft itself along with the adjustment height and just lock everything in place. From there, to set it up, you can just change the height. It does have a lock over here as well for the height adjustment. Also, it has a tilt setting. There's a gauge right here, and that's changed by the one bolt underneath the table. And then just lock the shaft in place as well with the set screws. The handle also does have a set screw, or did. One thing I've had problems with is the handle breaking. So you can tell this is cracked off entirely twice now. So it does still fit on the shaft for the drill height adjustment. The only problem is it comes off pretty easily. So I'll either have to bolt that back in place or weld it at some point. Doesn't really cause any problems with the height adjustment. It just sometimes it'll fall off. So some of the features I do like though, it does come with a light built in, as well as a laser spotlight, I guess, target adjustment. If you align these correctly, they are adjustable on the sides. Using this right here, you can loosen up the set screws to adjust the angle of the lasers, and then when you get it adjusted, pinpoints right where your drill press is going to hit the drill bit. So it does take some trial and error with the adjustment here on the lasers. There's one on this side, as well as one on the other side right here. After you get those set up, it's a pretty nice feature. This did also have a height control where you can lock the height adjustment, but since this is broken off, that's gone. And then the light shows underneath and shows gives you a little more light to work with when you're drilling. These are replaceable as well. You're only supposed to use a 15-watt bulb though, so I think I'll be upgrading that soon to a LED bulb. And on the back, you have a 3-amp motor. Then underneath the top, that is where you can get to the gears or pulleys, and it's a 5-speed pulleys. And you just adjust it by moving your belt to the next set of pulleys. To do that, you loosen up the adjustment nut in the back, and that moves your motor closer here, where you can get some slack in the pulley, and then just change your setting, and then retighten it. One problem I have had is tracking these pulleys. These are just plastic, and if you have your pulley or your belt too loose, it will chew through the plastic and need to be replaced. One thing that does help that is make sure your motor adjustment knob is completely as tight as you can get it, and then that way there's no slack in the pulley. Other than that, it does run pretty quietly. Especially for a low speed, low torque motor, only 3 amps. That is one thing I've been running into troubles with lately, is does not have enough power in the drill press, especially for larger diameter bits. For the setup, or to change bits, it does come with a chuck as well, and just like any other keyed chuck. You can adjust it that way. And then for the table, it does have slotted tables where you can just use a standard drill press vise. It doesn't really come with one, so I just picked up one from Irwin. And I will also toss the link for this in the description of the video. This has held up pretty well over the years, other than just having some rust on it, which you can easily clean off and add some lubricant as well. So the only issues I've really come across with this so far is the depth that the drill press can go. It's only about 2 1/4 inches. So anything like this, which is 2 1/2 inch tubing, you can't get through the other side of it. One other problem is the table is a little bit too flexible. So if you're putting a lot of pressure onto the drill press, the table will actually flex a bit. If you're going through something like tubing, that will skew the where the drill bit comes out the other side. The only other problem is the handle, which is cracked, as well as the power of the motor. Sometimes if you press too hard on drilling through steel, especially with something like a 1/2 inch bit or a 1 inch bit, it will actually cause the motor to stall. It will work with 1/2 inch diameter shank drill bits, but with any of the larger drill bit diameters, it has problems with those, especially drilling through steel. So other than those few issues that I've come across, as well as a burnt out belt, this has been working pretty reliably the last couple of years with all the projects I've thrown at it. I would definitely consider this an entry-level drill press, and it's the first one I got just because of costs. Eventually I'd like to upgrade to a more powerful version, but for now this has been working pretty well. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more. If you have ideas for videos, toss them in the comments.